Welcome back to I Love You 3000 Minutes. My name is Brian.
I'm Richard.
And this is the podcast that travels back in time, Doctor Strange style, with that Eye of Agamotto. And if you're listening on audio, I have a Doctor Strange Funko Pop shirt on. So that we could rewatch the entire Infinity Saga from Iron Man 1 to Spider-Man Far From Home, one marvelous minute at a time. Is that it? Yeah, this is the
66th.
Did I say it?
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, no, I didn't. This is the 66th minute of Iron Man 1. And before I ask Richard what happened, I just want to do two things. One, celebrate the fact that since the last time we recorded, I've just got the updates from Anchor, and we made our first $1. And our agreement is, since I'm doing the editing and thumbnail, blah, 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 in the eventual 10 years from now when the YouTube channel actually gets monetized, I get to monetize the videos. But we split the revenue 50-50, and you just got your first 50 cents, sir.
Sweet.
I'm not going to do this for every 50 cents, but
I'm going to buy some M&Ms where it's like put 50 cents in like at the restaurant and get some M&Ms. And
I was ready for you to be like, I'm going to buy 10 nickels. And also, I just wanted to say, like, thanks for doing this. This has been a lot of fun. Like, actually, genuinely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't want to get too sappy.
It's my pleasure.
The pleasure's also mine. But yeah, what happened in this minute, sir?
So, he was walking on by after he crashed through the floor, or that's what happened the last minute, right? He crashed through the floor, and he's clearly recovering from that. Okay.
Yeah, and he picked up coffee that was there for at least a day, but possibly a week.
Did it show him picking it up and everything, or?
She left the coffee on that box when she went to check on him when he was doing the repulsor thing, and Obadiah Stane was upstairs. So, bare minimum, that coffee's just been sitting there for a day. No covering.
No, it's been weeks since that scene.
Okay.
That's what I'm pretty sure, right?
I mean, they only showed it changing from a nighttime to a daytime to a nighttime. So technically, if they wanted to say it, it could be a day, but logically, it's at least a few days for actually building the suit, having Jarvis do it. At least, possibly much longer.
Right. At least a few days, you say. So that would be at least few day old coffee, right?
Like, if they wanted to say that it was a day, then you could be like, all right, you figured out a way, I guess. But probably at least a few days.
I'm thinking it's a week because you don't go from armor pulsers to full suit in a few days. So I'm thinking it's at least a few weeks, but I don't know.
Yeah.
You know? But so anyways, he's walking by, he sees this package that was left at the time. That's the same package that Pepper Potts left for Tony when Obadiah Stane came by, right?
Yep.
And so he picks it up and he opens it up, and it was the first arc reactor. Or, no, that was not the first arc reactor, right?
Yes.
It was
technically the first small arc reactor. It wasn't the magnet that Jensen put in his chest. But that wasn't an arc reactor.
Right. Because first it was just a magnetized piece of metal, and they eventually made that arc reactor. So that was the one, and that was the one that that Pepper Potts pulled out. Okay, when she, after she
Pepper Paltrow.
Right.
Is it still your pleasure?
Small moments. No.
Get your Iron Man stickers by putting $1 to the Patreon. There was a pause in the programming.
Sure.
For a commercial break.
So anyways, it was a gift that she gave him. It says proof that Tony Stark has a heart. Okay.
And it'll never come back in this movie or the franchise as a whole again. Ever.
And that's sad.
I'm kidding.
Oh no? Okay.
I figured you'd at least remember it from his funeral and Endgame.
Oh, yeah? That was there?
Yeah, they floated it off into the little lake by the cabin in a thing of flowers, and it was that arc reactor with that border.
I'm sorry, I don't remember that.
It's all good. We got 8 years to remember.
So
you won't remember this in 8 years when we're on that minute.
We'll see. So he likes it a lot. It's in a little kind of glass or plexiglass or plastic case.
You just made me imagine Jim Carrey going, I like it a lot. From a movie I've never seen.
Mm-hmm.
Seen the sequel, though.
Ace Ventura 2?
Oh shit, I was remembering Dumb and Dumber. My bad. I was incorrectly thinking of Dumb and Dumber, him saying it in that movie, but he did say it in Ace Ventura, so never mind.
Gotcha. Yeah, he likes it. Time passes.
We transitioned into a tent in Afghanistan.
It cuts to Afghanistan. There's a couple guys reassembling the old suit that Tony had out there. The eye holes are a little bit bigger because they were actually functional holes, you know, as opposed to his current suit, which has a digital display.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, so they're just bigger, but the face, other than those eyes, is the same. Like, eventually it goes into, like, a overlay type of deal.
I dug it.
I didn't even realize that they were about the same. It's kind of a mad frowny face, the suit has, you know what I mean? It's like it's kind of like how
the slit is a little downward facing.
Yeah.
It's intense. Yeah, that should have been obvious to me. Those eyes were a lot small.
Yep.
Dude by the Mark I metal mask is married, if yeah, that ring is any indication.
Yeah, those guys are putting the suit back together. They're trying to reassemble it. I don't know if
they've all been in quarantine and they need a puzzle to not go insane. But also, the boss of bosses has a nice new face tattoo made of burned flesh.
Yeah. Well, he had that in previous minutes, but it was just fresher in previous minutes.
No, that's from the attack when he almost got hit by Tony's rocket.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, never mind. In the sand.
He had that, yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And so,
I forgot that.
Yeah, I don't know I don't recall if any words are actually said in that point.
No.
It's just, he's just looking on and he's satisfied that the suit is coming together.
It says speaking foreign language, but we don't get a subtitle.
Funny. He's smoking a cigarette. It'd be cool if in this movie it just says he died of cancer and then the movie ends. But
just like a 80s college movie. Dun, dun, he died of cancer. Dun, dun. I'm using the tone from the food fighting Community when they end that way.
Yeah, it's kind of an 80s trope for a movie, right? It says the aftermaths of all the characters, and, you know, for Big Bad Dude, the main villain in the entire movie, it would just be okay.
Goes over to Tony and it's like 12 years later or whatever it is, died of snapping, and then you just see him going like this.
How would he die of snapping?
He snapped. That's how he died in Endgame.
You said snapping.
Yes, Tony.
Oh, that kind of snapping. This guy died.
Well, we see it in like the 80s version kind of deal.
Do you want to see Thanos snapping like?
I'm sure he does that in Fortnite. It's fine. I don't need to see it.
Did they like make a mod where Thanos was in Fortnite?
Yeah, Fortnite is in Endgame. That's the game that Fat Thor or Bro Thor is playing. And then Thanos is in Fortnite. You could have bought him as a skin.
Gotcha.
And he dances like... I had never played Fortnite. I think I played it for like 5 minutes.
That's interesting. So, anything else? You know, what about you? What did you observe?
Not much. Just at the end, we can't really see what it says on the screen. There's new points, probably for the Mark III or perhaps painting Mark II. No, Mark III is going to be different. What's that tool behind the glass case? This thing is.
Well, it looks like there's a handle there. Really hard to tell, honestly. I don't know if that like cylinder there is gonna.
It's for grinding metal.
I was gonna say pressure, or it could have been holding pressurized air.
I'm just seeing this circle that's attached to.
I'm seeing that
it looks like a stone. Is that a grinding stone kind of thing?
Maybe. Yeah. It's not necessarily even in focus. I thought it was a whole.
It's not in focus.
Thought it was a whole cylinder rather than just a disc.
Well, the blue, it's above the blue, so it looks like a little bit of a disc to me, just like that.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, see, like, I thought there's a whole round surface underneath it, too. So
gotcha.
Maybe I'm just wrong. I'm just seeing it wrong.
That's at 20 seconds if you're watching the minute. It looks like it's on a book, maybe. But also, did you mention the note that says from Pepper? Just to remind Tony weeks later when he finally gets to it.
Did he just, if you're right, and he just removed that coffee much later?
I said it's at least one day, just from the sun coming up.
You mean at least one day? Gotcha. Okay. Yeah,
from when she put it down.
That's what.
Because he only checks because he takes it off. Mm-hmm. It's like, what was that? Yeah, so that's how thick the disc can be. The thickest.
Gotcha. Okay. Could just be a buffer, like a thing that busts metal and makes it shinier.
Ooh.
I don't know.
All right. That Mark II was pretty shiny.
So I guess that is when he notices it.
Yeah.
When he removed that coffee.
But, you know, he's holding ice to his head, so he's pretty wonky right now.
Mm-hmm.
Was there any?